I'm New Orleans psychic medium Cari Roy, and I'm here with my very best bestie and also the bestest paranormal investigator here in New Orleans, Misti Gaither. And we are in the heart of the French Quarter this evening, right on Jackson Square at the extraordinary restaurant Tableau. It's a Brennan's restaurant and it's delicious. Behind the scenes though, there's a lot of spirit activity here.
But Cari, this is kind of full circle for you, and how 30 years ago, if you could tell everybody how that you were one of the original psychic mediums to find the spirits here.
This is a very interesting experience for me.
Yes.
30 years ago, I was here in the early 90s with a group of paranormal investigators who brought me in as a psychic medium to this location when it was Le Petit Theater of the Vieux Carre. And we did the first paranormal investigation that was done here. And we found many spirits. It could be because it is such a big location, right in the heart of the French Quarter, right on Jackson Square. And it's been used for several different things.
Oh, yeah.
Le Petit Theater is one of the longest running theaters in the country. So there's been a lot of stuff that's happened here and most certainly in this area. And I'm so excited to see if they remember me and if they're going to welcome me back.
What's really cool is that we have access to all the places here. I did not realize that Tableau had so many different rooms, and did you? And
oh my gosh, I remember it from the early 90s that it's a very big space.
So if any place in the French Quarter is haunted, I'm telling you, it is right here, and we are ready, and we're going to bring, see what the spirits want to say and communicate with us, because I know already they're here.
There's already been some amazing footage. There is a gentleman in the wine room, which we are going to investigate, and all of a sudden, the wine bottles just get pulled off of the wall. And that poor server, he went running out of here. He was scared. I don't blame them. We may go running too. But this poor server also apparently quit shortly after because he was so impacted by that experience.
Right. And we're not quitting. We're going to stay. So we'll be taking you on kind of a semi-tour of Tableau. And we're so glad that you're here with us right now to enjoy this space and to welcome the spirits with us.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. One of the things about New Orleans and the French Quarter in particular is that it is densely populated with spirits. So much has happened here. When I was here 30 years ago, one of the things that I felt back then was very strong. What we found was a very strong male spirit. I believe at the time in recollection, it was a manager that was here at the theater. And when I first saw that footage of the bottles being kind of ripped off of the wall, I felt at that moment when I saw that, I knew instantly that that had to have been that spirit, because he was very protective of this place. And he came back or he stayed here because he was protecting the location. Sometimes if you have several spirits in a location, as I feel that we have here, they can compete a little bit with trying to communicate. And what I feel right now is I feel that there is a male that is in this space, but my feel is that there are other spirits in this location as well.
The best way for me to describe it is I'm seeing probably 4 to 5 people, and that the male that I'm thinking that we're communicate with, he steps forward.
What we're going to do tonight is we're going to use something called the Estes method. And you can tell us a little bit about what that is too.
Right, the Estes method is actually, it started at Estes Park in Colorado. Back in January around 2016 is the first documented use of it. And a group of paranormal investigators got together. And what it does is one person, you're blindfolded, you have headphones on with the spirit box coming through the headphones. You cannot hear or see anything. And you would ask questions. I'll just say whatever comes through because I don't know what you're asking.
You don't know what I'm asking. I am going to ask a couple questions along the lines of what I was asking earlier and see if we can discover who it is that is actually in this space with us tonight. If you are a male spirit, will you please let us know?
Yes.
If you worked in this building, can you please let us know?
I did. Norman.
If your name was Norman, Will you please let us know?
Maybe.
What is your name? What is your name?
Cari.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know. Wow. Okay. 30 years ago, I was here with a group of paranormal investigators. If you remember me from 30 years ago, please let me know.
Yes.
Do you like the fact that they've turned this into a restaurant?
Money.
Wow. Okay. Were you here when this was a theater?
I was there.
Was it in the 1800s?
Could be.
Do you like us here tonight communicating with you?
Sure.
Are there more people with you here?
8.
There are 8 of you here?
5.
Are there 5 of you here in this room?
5.
There are 5 of us here in this room? Wow. Okay. This is even more than what I thought, and I'm feeling very, very lightheaded right now.
Norman.
Norman. This must be a Norman. Norman, are you the one that moved the wine bottles here?
I
Why did you throw the wine bottles, Norman?
care.
Because you care about the location, because you care about this building.
I like it here.
You don't have to leave, Norman. You can stay here as long as you want.
It's mine.
You felt that this was yours. You felt that this building was yours.
Enough.
Are you tired now, Norman? Would you like us to stop now?
Please.
We surely will. Thank you, Norman, for communicating with us. Is there anyone else that would like to communicate with us?
Female.
Did you work in this building? Did you work in this building? Grace? Do you remember me for 30 years ago? Do you remember me from 30 years ago?
I do.
Do you have a message for us to let us know why you stay here?
The changes.
Are you talking about the changes of the theater into a restaurant?
Perhaps.
Can you please let us know how long you've been here?
Years.
Are you happy here?
Yes.
No one is going to ask you to leave. Let's stop.
Oh, crazy.
You were told that there are 5 people here.
I felt like it was 4 or 5.
Yeah, they said 5. They first said 8 and then they changed to 5. We've gotten some names.
Okay. Would you? Oh, I know
Norman.
I said Norman.
Yeah, Norman several times.
Okay.
Norman several times. And that must be the name of the manager. I felt that that's who we're communicating with.
Okay.
I don't even know what to say. I really don't. That was powerful. That was a lot of stuff coming from it. What did you feel?
I'm just so overwhelmed right now because it was just like every spirit that was in here that we've been talking about is like trying to communicate with you.
Yeah.
And to really appreciate it, you have to do it because it's like.
Can I do this for you?
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
like to try this for you.
Yeah. Do you remember Cari?
Yes.
Were you angry when you pulled the wine from the holders?
Protect
What were you trying to protect?
us.
Is it okay that we're here?
Please. Help.
Do you not want to be here anymore?
Theater.
Do you visit the theater sometimes?
Sets.
We're not here to do you any harm. Do you know that?
Tired.
I sense that you're here. Did you work here?
Yes.
How did you die?
Him.
Were you killed?
Slip.
You fell?
Yes.
Is your name Norman?
No.
Is your name Walter?
She.
You talking to the female now?
Yes.
What keeps you here?
Me.
Norman keeps you here?
Miss Roy.
Y'all remember Cari then?
You're supposed to move.
Where do you want me to move to? Are you behind me? Are you here?
Here.
Grace, is this you?
No.
What is your name then? So I can call you by the correct name.
Grace.
Alright. Grace it is. If this is Grace, can you touch Cari now?
Oh, that was weird. I gotta stop. Yeah.
When you said that was crazy, what happened?
Something touched me.
Okay.
I was sitting here and it felt like something.
Well, I asked Grace, because you kept saying Grace, and remember the name Grace kept coming through. And I asked her, I said, if you're here, can you touch Cari?
Oh no, really?
And as soon as I asked that, that's when you said, that was weird.
Something touched me on my back.
And when I was standing over there asking questions, I felt actually, I've been standing over there the whole time, and I actually felt this cool breeze on my neck, and I felt somebody touch my neck.
They said theater.
You got the word fell a lot.
Fell.
Because I was asking Grace.
Back years ago, we found a woman who fell to her death. She had been an actress. And
oh my God! And I just asked, were you an actress? And you said fell.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God! I could explain it to you all day how it felt, but until you sat here and you really did this yourself, and it's really like I'm kind of not. I wouldn't say the exact word shook, but it's kind of like it's overwhelming.
I've never felt that many. People trying to kind of communicate at the same time.
So much information is coming to you, and then you're trying to figure like the words, and some words are clear, and then some words are like
very
can't get right. The spirits are definitely here. I think they're warming up. They're wanting to communicate. They kind of see that, hey, we're not trying to drive them out. We're not trying to do anything crazy.
They're with us. I think we should go check out some other parts.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's interesting upstairs because they seem to know me. That kind of freaked me out a little bit because it has been 30 years. And I couldn't even really remember everybody. And it really touched me and freaked me out a little bit when they remembered me. And I heard my name. And I heard my name, not just my first name, but I heard it in a formal way. They called me Miss Roy, which is actually the way that, people address me. We're here in the South, it's Miss Roy.
Right.
But I feel like this is a real area of activity too. And one of the reasons for that is that it is the entrance. And so spirits are often protective. And so they are going to be here to make sure that the people that are coming into their space are the people that they want here.
But what I thought was really cool is that they show, they remember you showing them respect 30 years ago, and by them saying Miss Roy, that's kind of like a validation.
Yes.
They, I'm sure, appreciate you coming back and showing them the same respect.
This is their place. Before this was our place, before this was Tableau, before this was anything, this was their place.
So the investigation's not over. Miss Roy, as she's popularly known here at Tableau, I'm going to be doing the questions, and she will be doing the rods. So.
I'm having some fun with this stuff.
Is the male here with us? Is there a male presence here with us right now? If so, cross the rods, please. Okay. I would say yes, that there is a male spirit here with us. If there is also the female spirit that we talked to earlier, if you're here, can you uncross the rods? All right, we have the male and the female.
Okay.
Okay.
My feel
Mhm.
is that there are people almost more modern that are connected with the space too, in the
Okay,
bar
like maybe
area
workers that have been here.
that have been here.
Okay, that
And
makes sense.
so,
Now, if you were like a worker here, you know the rest. Cross the rods, right? Wow. Can you uncross the rods if it was a male, a recent male that worked here recently who passed? So what we're having, it seems like that we have the spirits, maybe the older spirits are more upstairs in the wine room, right? And then the spirits are here are more, like you said, modern, more.
I'm just shaking so much. You maybe need to do this because I'm feeling like
You
so
sure?
much
It's
energy
safe?
going through me
Okay.
that it's just making me tremble too much. If you worked here in the 2000s, would you please cross the rods? If your passing was unexpected, will you please uncross the rods? If you passed unexpectedly, will you please uncross the rods? Are you staying here because you loved it here? I think we've got something that is unlike the other spirits.
Me too. Yeah, so different generation.
Sometimes spirits just wake up and show up to work again and again and again because they're not quite conscious of what's happened to them. My feel from the energy that I'm getting of this is that this may be a spirit that we should help to cross to the other side.
Okay.
We know that you are here. We know that you worked here. We know that this was a part of your life. But we want you to know that you are free to leave here, that you are free to go with those who love you, who are waiting to bring you across to the other side. We stand here tonight for you to see that there are people that love you, who are there to help you. Please hear us. Please look for the light. Please look for the love and go on to your next destination. And so what Misty and I did was take a moment and just let them know that they did have another choice, that they didn't need to stay here. And sometimes that's all it takes for a spirit to be able to see and move forward on their journey. Well, Bestie, I think this brings us to the end of our investigation this evening. It's been really interesting to come back here after 30 years and connect with some of the spirits. You know, maybe didn't get the bottles flying off the wall, but we definitely heard what they had to say. And that's often really what they want, is for us to be able to understand who they are and why they're here.
And hopefully that we were able to send someone to the light and that they're at peace now. And so I think that that's really cool. We did feel a little heaviness, but it wasn't like an evil or a mad or angry. It was just like a kind of a sadness.
Yes, I feel that each part of this restaurant has its own energy. It really does. You can feel it when you go upstairs, and it's huge. It's a wonderful space. And we just want to know what we can do to understand why those spirits linger. And if they do feel like they want to leave, we can give them that opportunity that they can cross to go to the other side.
So I appreciate everybody for being here as we investigate the fabulous, famous, and haunted Tableau restaurant. And we're kicking off another episode, hopefully soon, of Paranormal New Orleans.
Paranormal New Orleans, and
Right.
that's my bestie, Misty Gaither.
Right, and that's my bestie, Cari Roy. So everybody have a good night.
Have a great night.